and how can we put them to use for economic development of the country. And who will do it? And I always say that for me, two things have to be populated and put to 24/7 use: libraries and laboratories. If you today go to a good university in Europe or America, you go to Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Penn, Chicago or whatever, Princeton or Cambridge or Oxford or any other good university, if you happen to pass by their labs and libraries at midnight, you will find the window panels full of light. The libraries and the laboratories do not shut down with office hours. And the dilemma of developing world is that our libraries and laboratories work on office hours. So working on office hours in laboratories and libraries does not give you breakthroughs. So these two places have to be populated with people who have passion to break the frontiers of knowledge, who are driven by a zeal that they will solve the unsolved puzzles and mysteries for mankind and develop new ideas, new solutions, and put them to use for the benefit of mankind. So I think National Center for Physics is our home for very advanced research. And if the other lesson of history which we also see is that almost every advanced technology has taken birth in defense-related research. Name any technology, probably every technology will have its birth in the domain of security or defense. But the success of successful countries have come that once they acquired any technology, they were able to commercialize that technology for the good of the whole society. Internet came from defense application, but look how internet technology has transformed the whole economic landscape. Similarly, any technology, if you see, for example, space technology, it all started as a very strategic investment by whether NASA or European Space Agency, and had maybe some security dimension to it, that they wanted to monopolize the sky with their satellites and use them for different means besides economic use, for military use. But now look at the space technology. It is becoming a commercial venture. What SpaceX is doing, very soon we are going to see space tourism taking place. So my point is that the challenge for researchers is, no matter whether you are in agriculture sector, you are in industrial or manufacturing sector, or you happen to do research for any defense project, the ultimate success is that how fast can we take that research into civil application, commercial application, and create economic value out of this research. Therefore, we are now starting a new initiative which we call Science, Technology and Engineering for Development. Over the past couple of years, decades rather, we have invested billions of rupees in our higher education sector, in building centers of excellence. I mean, you just heard in 2016-17, we gave this 3D printing technology and many other areas, National Center for Applied Mathematics, and some other projects to National Center for Physics. Likewise, we set up in 17 National Center for Artificial Intelligence. I hope now we have to upgrade it to National Center for Generative Artificial Intelligence, National Center for Cyber Security, National Center for New Manufacturing, Automation and Robotics, National Center for Big Data Cloud Computing, National Center for Space and GIS Satellite and GIS Applications, and National Center for Genomics. There was a whole range of these centers that we set up, and some of them have done really splendid work. But now, not just these centers, but the human resource that we started to develop. In 1998, under Vision 2010, we approved at that time 5,000 scholarships for overseas researchers, overseas scholarship scheme, 5,000 PhD scholarships for local universities. As a result, now, mashallah, we have thousands of researchers who have gotten their education in good universities abroad or in local universities, and now they are available. But does that investment only mean that they should just be classroom teachers? They should just lecture in their classrooms? Or should do some basic elementary research work in their labs, which probably can enable any researcher to have one major impact factor journal publication? Is that the whole purpose of that investment? No. The purpose of this investment was to develop science, technology, and engineering capability of the country so that we could develop into an advanced economy, a techno economy, an economy which is fueled by the power of technology for the good of the people. So that is the missing link. And that is why the new framework we have for higher education department or higher education commission, that each and every university should be accountable, besides their academic excellence, on what is the quality of research and innovation they produce. How many patents have they internationally registered? And then also, what is the quality of academia and industry linkage? How much are they able to reach out to private sector, to our industry, and offer research, offer solutions? And how much trust industry has on their research capability, that here is a place where we can go and find answers for our problems. So these links now have to be developed. We are now at a point where we have developed these islands of excellence or islands of competencies. But now these islands have to be bridged so that they form a network which can support industrialization of the country, which can support the country to leapfrog on the technology landscape. So I hope this 3D and vacuum technology conference, while it will focus on the disciplines of 3D manufacturing or printing and vacuum technology, this conference will also have some discussion as to how these capabilities can be linked with the larger goal of development of our country. And I hope that the researchers here, all of you, will devote your capabilities, your knowledge towards finding solutions to our problems. We have to go back to history and rediscover that Al-Undalus spirit, where at one time in history, if there were Nobel awards or Nobel prizes, probably 7 out of 10 Nobel prizes would have gone to Muslim scientists who were devoted to research. Why? Because in Quran, God has said again and again, don't you look at the sign of the Lord in the universe. Use your eyes to observe and use your mind to reflect and find answers. How was this universe created? How days and night come, how moon and stars move, how stars are floating in the universe. You know, there is a call for action, that look at the signs of the Lord in the universe, how plants grow, how ships float on the sea, how rain comes, how clouds are formed. You know, there are all calls, and then try to find answers that why is it happening. As long as, you know, we were responding to this call, we were doing research, we were investigating the puzzles and mysteries of universe, we were leading the way. But when we became copycats, just cut and paste knowledge followers, theory of cut and paste knowledge, you know, we adopted. After that, we went on a downward slide. And today you see what is happening. There's just 10 million people who are carrying out genocide, and 2 billion plus people are helpless. Nobody can stop them. And the whole West is hostage to that just 10 million people. The brutality you see in Palestine, Gaza, the genocide, the way it is happening, everything is today so clear that all those values that West used to teach us, human rights, respect for children, respect for women, they have shut their eyes and they have given a license to kill to Israel. On what authority? It is only the power of knowledge that Israel has, and has made those countries, helpless. They can't even stop him. So it is the power of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, that matters today in the world. So we all have to find answers in developing our knowledge capabilities and leading the way for not only our own benefit, but for the benefit of mankind. And that alone is the way forward to be a nation with dignity and nation with pride. And I hope that our researchers will make us proud in history with their contribution, like you have already made us proud in the mission that we gave you. Pakistan Zindabad.
वफाकी वज़ीर एहसान इकबाल 3D प्रिंटिंग एंड वैक्यूम टेक्नोलॉजी से मुतालिक आलमी कॉन्फ्रेंस में खिताब कर रहे थे। अपने खिताब के दौरान उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तानी नौजवान जदीद टेक्नोलॉजी से खुद को मुस्तफ़ीद